Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful, sunny, hot day in Ohio? So, got something a little bit extreme for you. We're about to do a real quick snow plowing estimate. Really just a rendition of what we're already doing. As you guys know, this is one of our largest snow plowing commercial properties. This place goes all the way back and all the way around. You longtime subscribers have seen this place a lot because it's a very focal point of Spencer Lawn Care. Well, if you notice in the background here, they're building a huge new addition. And with that being said, they're basically doubling the size of the current location that's here, okay? We have to take care of this square footage. We don't have the exact just yet, but we are going to give them a rough of what they already have back here. So with that being said, let's run back here. They are starting the process of getting ready to pour. I wish I could stop out and actually film the pour because it's going to be absolutely huge. But yeah, we're able to get what we need to look at and square it off and get our square footage, pull it up on our Element software. Yes, I do have to tell you guys that is a sponsored ad because we are sponsored by Element, and by law I have to tell you that, okay? So we're going to pull it up on Element software. We're gonna map it out where it's at right now with the new building, and we're gonna add that to the current price, and then we're gonna shoot it on over for them just so they know where they're at for this upcoming winter, because it's gonna be a substantial jump from this to now adding that as well. So let's go check it out. So this is the first area here. Not much really being added on, honestly, but we do have to take it into account because basically it's going to be about 15 feet butting the new building up to the existing concrete that's already here, okay? So they're just going to continue it right on up into the new building. So this right here will be simple. I'll just measure it out real fast on the software, and this will just give us an overall distance. Now the front's not completely done just yet, but the back we're able to tell exactly where it's going to be. So let's run back there. So right here, we're gonna have additional bays, okay? So semis will back in here, they'll load, they'll unload, and that'll be that. So we'll have an additional bay here. Bays are extremely important in snow removal, guys, because the last thing you want is a phone call at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. when the semis are showing up and the truck drivers get here and they're either A, afraid to back down into it because they're afraid they'll get stuck, or B, they've already backed down in it and now they're stuck. So yeah, not any good when you get those calls. So back here, this is all gonna be concrete pretty much. So I'll give you a quick tour. They already have it kind of framed out and ready to go. You can see those drains. I pulled a couple of those off this past winter, but they got everything tied in already, and the concrete's gonna go out and around. I'm guessing they're gonna probably do this in sections, and it connects down there and then it'll go out. I'll show you that as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. From the way I understand it, it's just gonna wrap around here, probably be a small island of grass or shrubs or something here, and then just additional parking up in here. So I just sent a message real quick to the gentleman that's in charge here, and simply I was kind of just trying to figure out what they're going to do here along this edge, because down there, I'll show you in 1 second, they're kind of putting in like a small riprap and a drain. So this area here, we used to just mow it all and trim it all, okay? And now, depending on what they're going to do, if they're going to continue those drains on up through here, because I know there's another one all the way down there at the end. So I'm assuming once they get this all formed in and concreted as well, they're just going to continue that drain right on down to the other one. It's probably right in that general area on the camera with you guys, if I can see it properly. So I just need to know, is there going to be any lawn care left back here? Because we've been pretty much told not to touch this right now during construction, which is totally fine. We don't want to go into this area. We don't want to cause any kind of problems. So we don't want to create a mess for them, you know, when they're about to put in a brand new parking lot. So while I'm walking back to my mower and gonna take you to the other side to show you the rest of this job, I know we get asked a lot, what does this place make? Because you see those spiral things, okay? This place is called Ambiflex, and they designed a product called Science and Spiral. So basically, if you can imagine like Amazon and eBay and the post office, and your packages run on all those rails and stuff, well, this place figured out a long time ago, and have substantially grown and doing something right, obviously. Instead of having these huge buildings, which they still have, you know, obviously you need a lot of space, that people weren't utilizing the height of the building, okay? They were just making buildings longer and longer, miles and miles longer, and then they figured out that they were just wasting a ton of overhead. There was like 50–60% of the upper top of big, huge, humongous buildings not being utilized. So they were like, hey, let's take those long conveyors that would typically go, you know, half a mile, miles in some of these huge places, you know, and let's utilize the space. So they take them up into the sky, bring them back down, and just, I don't know the whole thing, but that's what they make. They make the things that make packages get from point A to point B and get them to you quicker, and it's working for them, and they're doing phenomenal. Nathan's over there getting some trimming done. So I'm not going to venture in here too far, but just a few feet here. And simply, guys, the way I understand it, this is all going to be parking lot as well. All right, so I'm out front of the building now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run my marker off the existing building, the corner, because this new one lines up perfectly straight across with it, okay? And then what I'm going to do is go to the other side, and I'm going to map it out as well over there on the Element software, and that will give us the overall square footage of this entire building, okay? And then all I got to do is just hit all my corners around it, because right now with the image from the satellites, this building's probably not here just yet. It will be very quickly. Once they have to put an actual address, it will be here, but I'm assuming as of right now it's not here. That might change. If it does, I'll plug it up here and show you guys. And what'll happen is that'll give me my overall square footage of the lot, okay? So I'm not going to share the exact square footage, because I'm not going to make it easy on my competition. If they're going to want to try to bid against me, they're going to have to work for it. And it's important for plowing, but it's even more important for salting. So this area here, we've just been keeping it kind of clean, because we don't want to go in here until this is done, okay? So this is the other side of the building, and basically this drive goes back to another company that's far in the back. It's called PJ's. And then what happens is our lot will actually connect to this and it will come out, okay? So I'll share this with you guys as well. And this is kind of how you win and you lose, okay? It can't always be good and it can't always be bad. So this year alone, this account from, you guys remember we used to mow all this field all the way out and around, okay? This account price-wise literally cut itself in half, okay? We justifiably could not charge as much as we were before because literally we're here an hour and a half less than we used to be, okay? But with that being said, now with winter coming and them adding more parking lot and everything, we should be able to recoup that on the back end and then some, hopefully, and it'll all even itself out, and this will continue being a great account for us. So I'm taking you guys all the way around this building, and I didn't point out what I'm doing that exactly for, other than, you know, showing you guys the new parking lot. But I'm also counting the man doors. If you notice that man door right there, there's going to be a garage door coming up here in just 1 second, and then a ton more man doors. And simply, guys, with snow removal, those doors cannot get blocked off, okay? It's a safety problem. The employees have to be able to escape if need be. So those all have to be maintained. All right, so with looking at it now, I'm assuming they're probably going to do blacktop up here where the parking lot's going to be, and then just cement in the driveway main areas, because that's more like where the semis go to, like the loading bays, the unloading bays, all that shipping and receiving. And I'm assuming this is going to be blacktop now. I don't see them putting grass in here, and I see they got it marked off already, and it looks like a road entranceway cut in here as well. So I'm assuming this is going to be blacktop, but we'll clarify all this before we send over the new estimate. And yeah, simply, guys, this thing is gigantic. I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to show you guys it. And that building has really went together in the last month and a half, 2 months. Winter, it seemed like it was really stalled out, justifiably, I guess, because we did have a really harsh winter. But that baby is rocking and rolling. So it has a concrete block bottom. It looks like some kind of styled block. It has like a texture on it. And then the top is like a white metal, just straight up and down vertical ran metal. So really cool looking, really nice. I could store a few mowers in that. So wanted to share this with you guys. Now we got to get some mowing done.
We used to mow this whole area right here, except for like this portion here. But since they cut in the parking lot back here, all the employees park back here, it's hard to get to a lot of the places because of all the cars parked, and there's so much gravel. You don't want a chance trimming along the fence line and, you know, throwing a rock into a window. So you just seen me cut this down here along the building. I'm gonna get over there. I already did some of the stuff along the fence line, but yeah, I'm gonna get that trash, don't worry.
So we saw an opportunity to get this area here knocked down. So this is a parking lot right here where TQ is just really overgrown and honestly needs sprayed off, but we don't do that. This company does that kind of stuff in-house just because of the kind of company they are. But yeah, no semis in this area right now, so TQ took the opportunity to get in here and get it knocked down.
in here with the blower and clean up everything, blow off all the cars. You don't want to leave them covered in grass.
but it's another good morning, probably a good evening for you guys at this point. I'm enjoying a nice cup of coffee. I'm actually going to enjoy two. If I make a trip to Starbucks, I make it well worth it. But picking up a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich as well, which I don't typically eat. Got the kids as well in TQs. Got her nitro cold brew. Got to get the kids pumping fluids this morning. Softball calls. And yeah, busy. So it's just that time of the year where a lot of you know that are parents that have kids in ball and softball and travel ball. We have everything going on right now, along with running the businesses, along with trying to be a family and do everything as well. So very hectic time of the year and very stressful. I actually put a Facebook post up yesterday because fuel prices have literally jumped 60 cents within the last few days. As you guys saw yesterday's video, you know, that was from just a few days ago, and gas prices are now up over $5 a gallon. So just from $4.59 to $5.09 within a few days.
and it's unfortunate. But if it continues trending up, we're going to be forced to do what a lot of you are going to be forced to do, and that's rate adjustments. You know, we're already on number 2 for this year, so possibly a third. But yeah, it just is what it is. Labor rates are up. You know, fuel prices are up. Equipment prices are up. Everything's up. Food prices are up right here. You know, just the coffees and some sandwiches here. I mean, I think it was like $40, but it's a convenience factor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the time to run to the store, you know, buy bread and make sandwiches and cook eggs and all that. So you have to pay for that. Same exact thing with lawn care and landscaping. The only unfortunate part that I posted about yesterday on Facebook is our elderly customers. I do not like calling our elderly customers, simply because, guys, I know a lot of them are on fixed income, and I know lawn care is, you know, it's a luxury. But a lot of our elderly customers, they can't do it anymore, so therefore it's not a luxury at this point for them. So it's a necessity. And I hate calling them and saying, hey, Miss whatever, Mr. whatever, you know, we got to adjust your rates again. But it has to be done. You can't do this stuff for free. You know, if you're running a legit business, there's a lot of expenses, a lot of costs that go into this thing. You know, insurance, workers' comp, you know, having a CPA, an accountant, you know, truck costs, fuel costs. You guys know. I don't have to sit here and ramble it all down to you. I'm trying not to talk real loud. If you can't tell, it's still 6:15 a.m. I'm an early riser. I'm going to try to get this video out to you guys today. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. So figured I'd throw that out to you guys. I'm going to drink some coffee and finish waking up here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Time to wake everybody up. Bye.